Yeah, it was great. So that IBC was in the summer in Amsterdam was gorgeous, and now it's in the rain in the winter in New York, right? So what's changed? Everything's changed. We've launched in the US. It's going fantastically. A fantastic engagement with our broadcast partners. As you know, NBC, Viacom, HBO as partners, and Comcast as well. NBC have said they're going to enhance over 300 shows in Zeebox, Viacom and HBO enhancing shows as well. And it's great to switch on TV. I mean, I'm not based in the US, but whenever I'm here, I switch on TV, or I meet people, they switch on TV, and there's an ad for Zeebox, or there's a show featuring Zeebox. And I think that's really the way of the future. It's not just a second screen startup creating something, it's deep integration into the show. The host of the show talking about it. So tonight, on NBC channels, we're going to have Take It All, where Zeebox is built into the program. It's one where you have to guess the price of the items, and in Zeebox, you can figure it out. And they're on the show, on air at the end of the show, is the leaderboard driven by Zeebox. So that first and second screen integration of the last months has really gone from the kind of dream of the future to actually on television tonight. And I think for me, that's what's really exciting. I mean, there's all sorts of different content propositions, right? Some things like Big Brother or X Factor, and then there's Downton Abbey. So there's not one size fits all. But I think the key things that emerge, sports, reality shows, games and contestants and so on. And I think for me, the holy grail is to get built into the show directly. And for that, it's audience participation within the show. So today we announced a partnership with Ex Machina to do votes and polls in Zeebox to make that available freely to all of our broadcast partners to dramatically reduce the cost for them to get deep audience interaction and feedback back into the show. We're working with Chiron and Watchwith and others to integrate with broadcaster tools. So everything is about making it easier for a broadcaster or a program maker to reach out to the audience and have the audience come back to them. So how's it being used? Well, I think, we have some things where we stream live video in Zeebox, a comedian commenting on the show. We've got leaderboards built into the show. We've got votes and polls. So there's a range of things. But for me, actually, I'm the tech guy. My goal is to make the platform so the guys who know their shows can do all sorts of crazy, cool, terrible, brilliant things that I can't even guess. We've got advertising in the UK. We haven't really turned on advertising in the US yet. We've had some fantastically innovative campaigns, particularly from American Express, where you can link your Amex card to Twitter, and then while you're watching a show, you can buy items on the show, and if you tweet about it, you get $35 off. I mean, it's the dream of e-commerce, essentially, now delivered. And it's actually live in Zeebox. It's not a dream in the future, it's what's on right now. But in early 2013, early next year, we launched really in a big way our new synched ad platform in the US. And this is going to be major news. An advertiser can buy an ad on TV, and they can buy an ad in Zeebox synchronized to the ad on TV. But of course, the one in Zeebox will be delivered at the same time. Our technology, video, fingerprinting, lots of complicated stuff, abstracted for the advertiser. So it's a no-brainer. But in Zeebox, it's personalizable, targetable, clickable, measurable. All the things you can't do on TV, you can do on the second screen. And that launches starting January. Very cool. So we've got a very nice cloud-hosted platform, AWS hosted for the techies, 150 plus servers sitting there. There's a social platform that connects users, so we have a real-time presence engine. If you log into Zeebox with Twitter or with Facebook, you can see in real time who else you know who's online. We have an analytics platform, so every 60 seconds, each Zeebox app sends a heartbeat to our servers so we can build up the audience analytics and so on. But separately, and I think here's really the secret sauce, we have a server farm that ingests live television. So over 150 channels in the US, 100 or more in the UK, about 40 in Australia. Our servers ingest the closed captions from TV. They use video fingerprinting to work out what ads are playing on TV. It runs it all through a natural language processing system to work out it. Someone talks about a place or a product and so on. And then we allow the platform to associate experiences synced to things on TV. And that allows an advertiser to buy whenever the word Honda is mentioned, or whenever a movie's mentioned, you can get tickets for it. Or it could be when an actor's name is mentioned, you can get information on IMDb. I mean, all of these things are possible. So I guess in a sense, we're building a sort of a Google search engine equivalent, but for live TV. And then you can associate a set of free and paid things with our knowledge of the context of what's on TV second by second. So the value proposition is fascinating, and there's going to be a different value proposition, a different outcome for each of the people in the chain, right? So the program maker, for example, potentially wants to reach and engage with the audience directly without being beholden to the broadcaster. They want to continue their engagement when the show's off air. They want to leverage that arrangement across multiple countries. So the same program is on in the US and the UK and Australia and 20 other countries. Can the program maker use second screen, their own second screen, or a partner like with Zeebox, to tap into that across countries? The broadcaster wants to keep people on their channel, keep people watching live. The advertiser wants to get more bang for their buck, get better measurements and analytics. So each party wants something, as always, from new technology. New technology always provides opportunities, and that's why I really like the platform approach, because it lets each of the different participants tap in to get something that's of benefit to them, which then benefits everyone else.